Hello everyone, Simon here. We're gonna play HerStory, and so this is one of these experimental indie games that, if I understand correctly, is quite short. So I'm probably just gonna go through this whole thing in one video. Maybe it's gonna be like an hour and a half long, I think. And I also have come to understand that it's like pretty much a minimally interactive film. So it's not really. It's not even a game, is what I'm trying to say. But we'll see how this goes. I do enjoy a good story. Hopefully this is a good story. So let's just go straight into it. The volume is a bit loud because it's going to be a lot of dialogue, and I'm thinking it might need to be loud. I'll turn it down if it's too loud. And this is just way too slow. I was trying out the graphics earlier. I don't know why this intro needs to be this slow. Look at this. How long is that? Like a 5-second nothing happening intro? Anyway. Alright, so you start off with you're logged in as guest. This is a logic database. Enter query to access archive footage, search term. So you start off with murder. They give you murder as the starting search term. 232 megabyte local storage used. This seems to be a bit leading. I don't know if I want to do this. I mean, you know, like whenever I go into a game, the first thing I do is try to break it, right? So what if we go Pokemons? 0 entries found for Pokemons. What if we put in kittens? There are no cats on this computer. Is there porn on this computer? There's no porn on this computer. This is the weirdest computer ever. There's no cats, there's no porn, there's no Pokemon. Hearthstone. You can't play Hearthstone on this computer. You can't play Minecraft on this computer. Like, the game leads you into murder, which is... I don't know, would you look for murder on a computer, or would you look for, I don't know, Pokemons? What else should we type in? We should probably go to murder, because that's what the game wants us to do, right? But I just hate that. I just hate the idea of you being led into this. I mean, if they want you to investigate a murder, then why don't they just tell you? Why do they have to... You know, if they like explicitly tell you, hey, investigate a murder case, then alright, I'll do that. But they don't tell you what to do, they just... But then they lead you. It's like, it seems tricky to me, you know? It's like they're trying to trick you into playing the game, which is... Why? Why can't we just be upfront about this? Let's go with this. We don't want to waste too much time. So murder gives us 4 of these. User tags. Let's see what happens.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay. I think the idea is we have to piece together the story from these things. And you know, the game tells us to start with murder, and then they put this one first. So there is kind of an implied story. Again, it seems like the game designer, the storyteller, is trying to trick us into a story. You know, I feel like they're not being upfront to it. Like, they present to you this interface that implies that you're doing the work yourself. But the way they line up these clips and the way they set you up with the first term is like, this is where you start. So it's like they're trying to say, well, there's no beginning. You figure out yourself, but then they give you a beginning. I don't know. It just feels like it's not being honest about itself.
Yeah, that's me. But February, and that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Oh, you murdered Simon? Now I'm pissed. How could you murder someone called Simon? Who does that? That's like a crime against Simon. Why would anyone kill a Simon? That makes no sense to me.
I didn't murder Simon.
Good.
You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
But I'm still dead though. All of a sudden this is personal. All of a sudden this story is extremely personal.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
Good, speak to a lawyer.
You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
A lawyer. A lawyer. Oh, that's not how you spell lawyer, is it? Lawyer.
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building.
Oh, wait.
A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
2794. I need to take notes. 2794. 27. How long was she kept there? In fact, well, there's the date and the time there. Let me just write down these.
Yes.
3.
I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
3794. Don't need lawyer. 3794. I'm assuming it's date, month, and year. I'm assuming it's not month, date, and year. Otherwise, she's been there for a month, which just doesn't make any sense. 3794.
Yes. No lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for?
1126. 1128. 1420. So a day ago she said she wants a lawyer, and then a day after she wants a lawyer. 12-8-3794. Oh, is it 12-5? Okay. Curious. Let me just go back to murder. This is 17-6. Oh, hey, wow. She's been there for half a month. that's 27-6.
You think it's murder?
Oh no, it's a week. She's been there for like a week.
I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
27604. Can I just type in the date? Oh, she's wearing different clothes, so she's been there multiple times. 1794. So she's been back there day after day for like a week, apparently. 37, yeah, okay.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
And this is, what does she say here?
Yeah, that's me. But February, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Alright. Can I type in the date? Can I type in like 27-6-94? That's disappointing. Well, let's go back then. Let's go back. February. Did I spell that wrong? Is this February? Is February? Is it? Okay, there you go.
Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something. That's why I was speeding. And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet. But I really can't remember back to February.
And she drinks water when she does that. So she was speeding. Let's go back to speeding. I mean, the obvious thing is Simon, but we're not going to do the obvious thing. Speeding.
You must be desperate for leads if you're getting hung up over 6-month-old speeding tickets.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. 6 month. 6 month. It's been February to so it's July when she's there. Let's do the obvious things, Simon. 61 limited to first five entries. Why? Why would you do that? Are you stupid? Why would you limit to first five entries? I don't. I mean, it's like an interesting story. But I don't. Why? Why would you do this? I'm not sure I like the mechanics here. Yeah, let's continue. Also, they're all in the same. They're all the same thing. Why? Why is it limited to first five entries?
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
All right, glass.
Simon is 6 foot,
Wait, why are you
darkish
telling
blonde
them?
hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said I should bring a photo.
Why would
This was
you?
taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
Wait. She's telling the interviewer who Simon is. Why would they do? Why would she do that? I mean, obviously she's being asked. I'm assuming she's being asked who Simon is. But if the interviewer don't know who Simon is, how did they then turn around and pin the murder on her? It doesn't make any sense.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
All right.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
Oh, Simon plays games, does he?
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Oh wait. So wait. I see. She's going in. From what I understand, it looks like she's going in to tell them that Simon is missing, and then they tell her that Simon's been murdered. Do. Drinking.
No, not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem.
This seems way too elaborate. Like, why would you tell them so much? Okay, so this is a different day. This is 30th of June.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diana's a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Achievements? This achievements. Okay, so there's no. I don't know what the end game is. Right now, I feel like I finished the game and I can leave because there's no end game. What are we trying to achieve here? At some point, I start feeling like a creep looking at people's videos that I have no business looking at about something that I don't really care about and that I don't really have any business. I feel like just closing the game now, and I'm done. This is not the. I mean, this game is experimental. I understand, but I think the experiment needs a bit of polishing. What is the end game? What am I trying to achieve?
About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. Maybe they say you can have 1 cup.
She has a baby and she has a tattoo. I don't know. I'm not interested in prying into her private life. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing here. Should we try and find out what happened to Simon? I don't know. I actually feel like I don't want to continue right now. Read me. Oh, here you go. Log off read me rubbish bin. Oh, Halo hack mirror game. Oh, this is more interesting. Grace hack, G hack, IRC mirror game. Cracker, Cyber Ghost, the legend. You never seen us, illusionist. Collected 2 plays ready lunchtime. Alright. Player 1's turn. Oh, this. Player 2's turn. Oh wait, there's no AI. I'm just playing with myself. This is terrible. Oh, this is so bad. There's not even an AI or anything. I suppose you stay on one side. Nope, I shouldn't stay on one side. Alright, this kind of sucks. There's no AI. Just playing by myself. Read me. Introduction to the logic database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The logic database is one of many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime fighting toolkit. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically stored using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio... I mean, why? It's like... What, to facilitate you quoting people out of context? Because this is what's going on right now. We're just seeing all these bits and pieces out of context is what's happening. That's not a good thing, that's a bad thing. The audio has been digitally stenographed and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in the word e.g. robbery into the search field. Click search and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses the word. Printed transcript, more precise, inverted commas, search for exact match. Yes, I was there. To store a clip for later reference, add to session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags for further assistance. Okay, I mean, it tells you how it works. Really read me. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999. And then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged. When did the old archives... When the old archives were flooded in 97, but I figured this would be enough. Take your time. Take your time what? What am I doing? Can I move this? I can move this, cool. Hey, check it out. Wait a minute. DB checker? Volume missing. Refresh. What does that mean? Does this tell me where I am and what I've seen? Southeast Constabulary clock. That's today. No, that's not today. That's like 11 years since this stuff took place. So is this like a record of what I've seen and what I haven't seen? One volume missing. What does that mean? Cats. There are actually cats. Wait a minute. There were no kittens, but there are cats.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
Okay. I just randomly typed cats in there. I don't know what's going on right now.
No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
No, you can't. You can't squeeze through a cat flap. Come on. I can't squeeze through a cat flap, and I'm tiny. You can't fit through it. How big's the cat flap? What is it, like a pig flap? How can you fit through a cat?
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Why? Why would you? Can we see that? Can I see the cat? I'm interested in seeing this cat flap that you can crawl through.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book, the knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor. Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Why are you telling them about your childhood? Why would you say that? This is the most ridiculous story ever. Why would you?
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
You had an evil twin? You have an evil twin? You have an evil twin? Why are you playing the guitar? What are you? This is the most ridiculous story. I don't know. It's just they've jumped the shark, haven't they? I feel like they have jumped the shark. What is going? Evil twin? Are you serious?
You want me to play something?
No.
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player.
Why are you playing the guitar?
Okay.
Simon is dead.
Probably needs tuning.
Simon is dead and you playing the guitar?
How about a traditional band?
No.
Should be right up your street.
Simon is dead and you're playing the guitar.
There were two sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Oh, that's a nice song. You killed your sister?
So they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. But he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims in the swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
No, keep going. I love that song. Keep going. Keep. Okay, this is probably two people. There's probably two people here. Supposedly two people. Both sisters are here, aren't they?
When she went home, Sam had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister who didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face. She knew.
I don't like this story, by the way. It's like. It's so. I don't know. Petty and cliched.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
Why is there weird things on the screen now? Like, it just. Why? Why? What am I. Oh my god. It's like. The storyteller is making you work to find a story that's not all that interesting. It's like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? I have to work to kind of persuade you to give me a story that I'm not interested in? Is that serious? Are you serious?
My sister is gone.
Good.
And she's never coming back.
Oh, good. Are we talking to both sisters here? Yeah. What should we go for next? Baby. Where's the baby, by the way?
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Uh-huh.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope. No, I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
A miscarriage at 8 months is pretty terrible.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Oh, good. Why is the screen flickering like that? Is that me? Am I Simon? Well, I'm Simon. I don't know if my character is Simon.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Alright, body.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body.
Did both sisters are here. One of them wants a lawyer, the other one doesn't want a lawyer.
His body. It didn't look real. And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses. He doesn't always wear.
Okay. Are we gonna sing the song again?
Really? Okay. Here's the rest.
Laid a body on the dock to dry. Oh, the wind and the rain, till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful the rain. Yes, the only tune that the field could play was oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Don't clap. What are you clapping for?
Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
Tune. 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 Tune.
Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was prettier. I mean, how could we stay the same now? I felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
Hannah. What is it? What is that sound? Are we making progress? Is that what it means? We're making progress? When the screen flashes like that? Tune. No, it's only one. Hannah. Oh, there's a lot of them. Good.
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's
Hi.
Andre. It reads the same backwards as forwards.
I know what
It
palindrome
doesn't
means.
work from lyric though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Yeah, both sisters are here. That's Hannah, and then the other one hates Hannah. Chin up. I can't tell if they're played by the same actor. I think they're played by the same actor.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Eve. She's. Are we supposed to memorize the tapping? Oh, are they tapping to each other next door? Is that what they're doing? I think they're tapping to each other. Wait a minute. Are they're in different rooms. And they're tapping to each other, I see.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Let's go Smith. Just writing down words right now.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper. She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
I don't know if I should be paying close attention to the rooms, the numbers, the date and the times. Eve.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes. Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it out. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We were made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, and how we laugh about it now when we think back. I almost killed her. How funny. Ah, kids.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off, I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
That's a pretty good trick. That's a pretty good trick.
My mother called me Eve.
Alright, well, there's the other one, Eve. Oh, we've seen all those before. Yeah, but so what? So what? Are we supposed to solve the crime? Is that what we're doing? Only one for weapon. Oh, look. Oh, what is that?
His throat.
Is that a knife?
How?
Is it like a... in his throat?
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead.
Oh, wait, are we supposed to... So are they not twins? Are they like... Does she have like a split personality? Is it like, are they both her? Both Hannah and Eve, are they both her? And then maybe there's like a third personality who killed Simon for no reason?
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror, just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
How do you know that? How do you know that? Is there how many personalities are there? Like 5? I don't know. She just said that she found the body, but she didn't know what happened, and then she knows what happened. Mirror.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while.
Oh, that's the bruise.
The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Yeah, he did, and then you killed him with it. Good for you.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since. Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Okay. Again, I don't know if I really care about this. Like, you access limited the first 5 entries. Like, why? It's like they're deliberately making it difficult for you to get anything interesting out of this game. And what's the end game? Well, I don't think there is an end game. I think this is it. She's crazy. She has multiple personalities. She killed him. Although she's tapping. Is she tapping? When she's tapping, is she tapping to herself? Or is it like someone else in a different room? No, that's not useful. What do I care about? Nothing.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Alright, but I mean, there's the bruise and then there's the no bruise. So maybe there's 2 people. Maybe there's at least 2 people. There's the bruise.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Alright.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents.
But it was Eve who got pregnant, wasn't it? Hannah wasn't pregnant, was he? Or were they... I don't know what's going on.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back.
I see.
And Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, the dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Doll.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Blonde.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Helen. There's like a third person now. Helen. And also the... Oh, it's blonde. No, not blind. Blonde. Alright, I suppose I should type in Helen. No, that's it. There's two of them. I don't know. I don't think it's an end game. Do I need to store these things? Am I supposed to pick... What am I supposed to store in the... Oh, this is a history. What am I supposed to store in the sessions? I don't understand why this is useful. Am I supposed to arrange them in sequence? Hold on. What was the pub again? What was the name of the pub?
Was he my first?
Tattoo.
No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15.
So she has a tattoo. The other one didn't have a tattoo, did she? Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it. There?
He wasn't the present so much. It
There's
was one
no
of those
tattoo.
arguments that had been simmering for a while.
Oh, there's no tattoo
The
there.
present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
There's genuinely multiple people here, apparently. No disorder. Sis... I think I've done sister before, haven't I? Yeah, I have.
She's crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay, because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. And so it's fine.
Huh, funny. Hilarious. Coffee? A lot of coffee clip. Why would there be so many coffee clips?
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is. Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back.
Oh wait, you went to Glasgow and you went back, what?
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water. Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
No sugar.
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Black sugar. I mean black, no sugar. Milk and sugar.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
So 2794, 18694, 1794. Enough copy as it is. Okay, interesting, fascinating. Glasgow. Did she go to Glasgow? And her hairstyle changes. Look at that. 27.6. It's 27.6.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep. Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, it must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Diane, you were in Glasgow? Diane?
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning. When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
There's a scratch in the hospital, and she was pregnant. Pregnant, miscarried. Hospital.
Ask the hospital.
Alright.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital?
Apparently not. Watch. Oh look, there's all of them.
He was wearing a shirt. It's a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Taking it with him, not in the house. Oh, so she thinks he's missing. One of them thinks he's missing. One of them's found the body. One of them knows that another one has slashed him in the neck.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Just the two of you. That's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. Just the two of you. Okay. Okay.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Well, she's confessing there, isn't it? Let me just add that to the session. Because she just confessed. So let's watch. There's a number of words I wanna. Did I type in wedding? Alright.
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long, though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car. No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow, so we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig.
Oh, wig, that's right. I haven't typed in
Hannah
wig
and I
yet.
would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant, but I couldn't. I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers, drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? That seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Oh, did you kill the parents too? Did you do that too? Amazing. So I don't know if the attic is a metaphor for another part of her mind. I don't know if it's the same. Look, there's the bruise and the tattoo, right? There's the bruise and the tattoo, so it should be at least two different people. Because sometimes she has a bruise, sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she has a tattoo, sometimes she doesn't. So I think there's at least two physical people. But there's more than two personalities, I think. Let me just type in Eric.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back. Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
Alright, there's a Visa, there's a van.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Diane, like an uncle to him.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
Alright.
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Alright, that's not really useful. What else? The watch, wedding, name. I want to type in name. I mean, we'll go wig. Not wig. Wig. One of them wears a wig to not look like the other.
A wig? You mean... what type of wig?
A blonde one.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig? This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry. The kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Alright, but... Okay. Name. What exactly is your name?
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Hannah Smith?
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
It's a symmetrical name. Okay, Sarah Eva didn't want a symmetrical name.
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
I don't know what that means.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Why does she apologize? Because she's not Hannah?
My name? That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
Because she's not Hannah. There's 7 entries found and limited to the first one. Why? That's the only one she failed. The lie detector works. Yeah, but... Alright, so there's at least 2 of them. They killed him. Why? What is the...
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but...
we don't need to see that again. Visa? Seen that before. Sarah, your miscarried baby. Nope, there's only one of those. Ava, then nope, that's not useful. I don't know. What is the end game? What is the end game? Is there supposed to be an end game? I think there's supposed to be an end game. But again, we're getting to a point where I just wish the game would just move on. Bruce.
Bruce? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. I mean, it hurt like hell.
No, you hit yourself, or Eva hit you.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull out Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. And she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies were synchronised anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
Wait a minute. So they're two different people. They're two different people. But they pretended to be each other. Because the physical stuff, if they were the same person, you wouldn't have to punch the other person in the eye if they got a bruise, because you had to prove it if it's the same person. Or is that made up? Maybe that's made up. Maybe that's something that she makes up in her mind.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
Right. Okay. Attic?
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic.
Dollhouse.
It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
Dollhouse.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all. Passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Okay. Arabian Nights stories. Dollhouse.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Simon never went up to the attic. What was I thinking? I typed body already, right? Yeah, I have. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know if I. Oh, I can refresh. Oh wait, do I have to go through all of them? Do I have to watch every single one? Is that what it means? Oh my god. I don't know if I don't know if I care enough. Chevrolet, how do you spell that? I don't know how to spell Chevrolet. That's the car. That's not Visa. Story. No, that's not story. Story.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind, but she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
That's not the story of Rapunzel. That's not the story of Rapunzel. She gets pregnant by the prince, and she gets thrown out, and then they find each other again. Cured by her tears. Fascinating story.
Yes, like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
Beginning, middle, and end.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die.
These stories are interesting. So,
A sad story so much nowadays.
so what they're doing there is they're giving her pictures, and she's making up stories based on the pictures. And this is like a psychology test thing where you're free associating, and you're kind of trying to figure out what's going on inside her head based on the story she tells you.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me.
Who's your real
Do you
mother?
want to take a story?
Yeah, go for it.
It's a real life fairy tale.
Fairy tale. Okay, let me just go type in words. Yeah, I thought so. That's better.
No, He was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
Had a friend ask for you. Interesting. Well, that's interesting.
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I knew it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
Alright, well, she's lying to the police. Let me just keep that.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Doug and Eleanor. Let me try cooking. Not really. Let me try wife.
You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for.
You don't have a baby. You've miscarried.
Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
Where's that tattoo from? Have I typed in tattoo yet? I haven't typed in tattoo yet. Let me just write this down.
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Why were you in Glasgow? Did I type in Glasgow? Glasgow. Okay, but she has a tattoo. I mean, the other ones have sleeves. I think, no, this one doesn't have a tattoo, though. It's so weird. Alright. Asleep.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly into the living room, nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom, he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Okay, that's interesting. That's almost word for word the other one, but it's a different clip. It's a different clip. It was almost word for word the same thing.
Okay. I parked up in the street. It was
All right,
busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up,
3694,
okay.
1794. That's almost word for word the same one. So that seems like an alibi. I mean, the paradox is that people's memories are actually not reliable. And so if somebody tells you the exact story, almost word for word, twice in two different circumstances, it's possible they're lying, because if they're telling the truth, they actually don't have the ability to remember it that well. And certainly they wouldn't memorize it word for word from one time to the next that they tell it like that. So that's probably an alibi. Let's see. Sad.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here.
Trapped.
She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
Mother. Have I tried mother? No. She's got mother issues.
Simon's parents offered to put me out, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
Wait, I thought Simon's parents were dead. I thought you killed her parents to take the house from them. Yeah, so that's sad. Ill.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage.
Yeah.
The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Yeah, look, that was Simon's parents dying. Because apparently they were poisoned. I think they were poisoned by one of these personalities. Die.
When beautiful people died, it always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Amazing. You share dreams.
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby.
Wait, you have a second baby? I thought you miscarried. You miscarried and now you have a second baby? Really? Let me just write down baby. Have I typed in baby before? Baby, alright.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead, it doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Romantic weekend in Oxford. Let me just Oxford. OXFORD, Oxford.
Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead.
Husband is dead. Alright, good for you. Basement. Oh, I write down mother twice. Wait, 0? Did I spell that wrong? Why? How could there be no basement? We've talked about basement. There's no basement apparently in the archives. That doesn't make any sense. Glasgow. Okay, apparently we've seen all of those. Trapped. Trap? Nope. Mother. Apparently we've seen all of those. Fairy tale.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour?
Any of these in colour? Let me just go Rapunzel. She seems to like Rapunzel.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends, and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah, headless chickens. Interesting metaphor.
That look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
What, he was white and blonde?
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
Okay. Shy. Chit chat what? Chit chat what? What? How's it going down there? You're done. No. What? Enter message. I can't type into this. Wait a minute. I can't type into this. Do I choose? Wait a minute. Enter message. I'm honestly trying to type in here and it's not letting me type. Enter message? It's not letting me type though. Are you done? Wait, oh now it's letting me type. A, B, yes, no. Oh, you can type yes or no. You can't type anything else. No. Okay, I'll hang a bit longer. Buzz when you're ready. Hang up. Okay. Apparently, did we unlock like half? I think it means we like unlock half of them, and then the game's gonna let us progress now. All right, good. Cold, tattoo.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos.
No, you. Do you have tattoos?
He has a scar down
Scar.
here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass.
Glass.
A long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Glasses, TV.
Oh, my tattoo.
Yes.
I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Right. Indeed it is.
So I moved out. Got a small bed set. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
She has a tattoo. The other one doesn't. Okay, so they're the same person. Well, they're the same body.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Eve has the tattoo. Hannah doesn't? Does Hannah have a tattoo? But are they twins? Are they friends? Hannah tried to kill Eve at one point. Drown her under the water. Okay, Eve is the one with the okay. Rapunzel.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
No, it's fine.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Okay, Rapunzel, let's see, baby. That's not good. Oxford.
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing. In Oxford?
Alright, so they were supposed to go to a conference about double glazing and then they had sex instead and didn't do anything else.
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Right, so she's lying there. Scar? Nope. Glass.
Look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it. By hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. That's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror and he gave it to me.
Alright. Glasses. Nope. TV.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
Reflection. Books. She wanted to look like her reflection, so she had to cut her hair to do so. Interesting. Interesting. Doug.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Aren't they dead? Aren't Doug and Eleanor Simon's parents? Aren't they dead?
I got a job to contribute, you know.
Job.
Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us, there's always been pressure.
Just the two of us. Pressure. Pressure, poison.
I hoover my dust every week, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day, you know, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
How? Secret. Let me just secret. How can you not know that your wife smokes? Can't you smell it on them?
No. 1984. It was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer.
Oh, her parents died, not
It was
Simon's.
a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. The forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
Okay, no. So her parents died. Simon's parents didn't die. Man, I'm messing up here. So that was Eleanor. Oh, that's Doug. Hold on, Eleanor. That's not Eleanor. I apparently can't spell Eleanor. Eleanor?
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
No, take off your shirt so I can see your tattoo. Oh wait, you're not wearing anything underneath. Never mind, don't take off your shirt. Let's see. Reflection.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it.
Florence.
She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror.
Oh, okay, I see.
She was me.
Are you serious? There's identical twins living opposite each other on the street, and nobody ever knew?
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
According to her, they were twins, but the midwife told the parents that the twin had died, and then raised her as her own daughter, and they lived opposite each other, and she could see her all the time. I don't know if that's real or not. I don't think that's actually real. Because she also says that Hannah and Eve were friends, and Hannah tried to kill Eve at one point. Okay.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange.
There.
We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back, and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
Alright.
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl, The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
Look, this story gets more interesting as you get into it. It really started poorly. Like the very beginning was a problem. Like it gets interesting once you get into it. But I did complain earlier that it's like you're trying to, you have to do the hard work to get the story to be interesting, which is probably not the best way to start the game. So I mean, I would start the game with a little bit more guidance, just a little bit more guidance, like this. Like if it was just like this at the start, just a little bit of introduction. Even if it's cryptic, but just telling you that your goal is to find enough of these clips. If the game just kind of tells you at the start that what you're meant to do is to find enough of these clips to progress, then I think then maybe that would be enough. Maybe that would be enough to motivate me to actually want to find these clips. Because once this popped up, now I don't want to continue. Like I don't want to get away from this. I want to find more now, because now that we've figured out that there's this kind of game of trying to find all the clips. Now it's kind of interesting, but it wasn't like, for some reason that was kind of hidden from us, the player, for like the first like half of the game or something, which is probably not the most clever idea. So I would change that if I had to change anything. Let me just keep going, books. No, that's not good enough. Job.
Yeah, when I was at school, I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Shy. Hold on. So she's a...
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite...
Alright, we don't need that.
Hannah had a miscarriage.
Yes, she did.
This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
Okay, so... Hannah had a relatively okay marriage with Simon. Eve was unhappy because the reflection wasn't the same as her. Okay, so it seems like Eve is killing people. Job poison.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't.
I'm still not sure if there's like physically two different people. I think there are physically two different people. Pressure. No, that's not useful. Secret. That's not useful either. Florence. Tell me about your mother, Eve.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Right.
Florence was a warm, kind person,
Really? But you hated
but she
her.
was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it, older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there.
What
I
was
never
this?
really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Okay, apparently Florence was a nice person.
No, it was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Yeah, it must be. Must be difficult to remember what happened last week. Shop. Actually, can I click on that? I can't click on these to find them again. Shop. Diary.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Oh, are they now?
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident.
Oh, is it?
I had read a diary at that point and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day and I left. Walked out and across the street.
You walked out and across the street? And then you lived in the other house's attic? Your entire life?
It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. And we would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
That is the most elaborate way to live your life. Let's see, diary letters. That's not useful. Widow. No, that's not useful. Neither. Rules.
Okay, she's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad.
Right.
I guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared, not guilty.
Scared, guilty,
Maybe it was mistaken identity.
identity.
Did they catch her there? I don't know.
Identity. That's pretty funny.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date, we went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back.
Actually, then Carl.
After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Okay. Went to the bathroom to switch places, switch dresses. Are they the same person? I thought one of them had a tattoo and one of them didn't. Is the tattoo fake as well?
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird, in a way it hadn't been before.
It wasn't weird before, really. It was never weird before. It was never weird before. Okay. Nothing for imagination. Bad.
He has a wallet, a huge, silly thing.
Wallets.
Leather, real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. He sets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before when he comes in, if he's in the house.
So I mean, this is the wacky thing about this, is like you type in a word like bad and you get more answers. But that's... You might as well type in any word. Bad's not a clue. Bad is not a clue. Like, it's not like you're supposed to be doing this detective work, but you're typing in bad. And then you're getting more information. You might as well just go through your dictionary and type in all the words in the dictionary. Just kind of type in random words. Like I mean, partly it is the case that you figure out the keywords and you type in the keywords and you find what you want. But also partly is you just type in random things and you just find random things and they're also useful. So I don't know how... there's something kind of not quite right about the mechanic.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that.
Special people.
Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Drew a line under what? Under what? Under your own life? That's when you decided to kill Simon?
There were always princes and princesses.
Prince,
They were the
princess,
special people, more important than the other characters in their stories.
special people, characters,
We were like that. Twins.
magic.
Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place.
Characters, alright, that's good. Good. Bad, I mean, seriously, bad. Scared? No, it's not useful. Guilty.
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing, like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her. It was almost like it was a different Simon. But
Wait, did Simon know? Did Simon know? That's pretty good. Guilty. Identity? Cow.
no, I was 15. Carl was older, 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It's stupid.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Why is that stupid?
So he got tired of us and
Us.
split up after about 6 months.
He got tired of us.
It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Family? Family. Us? Okay, let me. Maybe us. She said he got tired of us. That's amazing. Family, us. Should I keep this? I don't know if I can keep this. Family, us, cow,
Family.
family.
So, Carl fucked off,
Good for him.
and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
Alright. He got tired of us. Wallet, not useful. Special. Really, special is a word?
Yes, this is it. He made it himself. It's a special one-off. He made it and decorated it. That's his thing. Where did you find it?
Next to his body, along with the other shards of the glass that cut his neck. People. I mean, look at this. You just type in random words. People? Really? People is gonna help us solve. Okay, well.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't lived in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation.
Funeral.
So,
Date? I'm just writing down random words now. We've gotten past the point of looking for clues. We're just gonna write down random words that we think might sound like would lead us to more clips. This game mechanic's falling apart as we speak.
I mean, what if they were crazy? You hear about these crazy people all the time. I mean, why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him?
Why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him? You tell me, lady. You tell me. Twins.
Twins?
Twins.
Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Yeah. Yeah, are you twins? Yeah.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
Yeah, no, you answered the question. Answer the question. Princess. Princess is a word.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember, well, I went over the river. And then there was a church. There. Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
Well, that's not Princess. That's Princess Street. That's a different thing, computer. Magical.
Fairy tales.
Yes.
Stories about lost princesses, evil witches,
Which?
magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Even before you knew the truth, you found it in those stories. Magic.
I think it was that time, the first time, at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant.
I?
Amazing, right?
Wait, using.
This fucking magic spell.
You said I.
And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
Wait. Hannah got pregnant. Hannah miscarried. And then Eve had sex with Simon. And then Eve got pregnant. And then they both killed Simon. And now they have a baby. Magic characters. No, it's the same one. Family. Okay, us.
What about us?
Yeah, what about you? Just these clips. We.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but
Arguments?
it never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
Say that again?
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but it never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
Okay, we. I mean, we is a clue. How's that?
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
17. Us, we, funeral.
Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight.
Right. Right. Fascinating. Anyway, I just want to store these 2 clips. No, let's store that as well. Funeral. Date. It's not useful. Which? Alright, I've seen all of those. Argument.
There's no couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to. Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
Left after the argument, 8 o'clock. I've run out of words. Couldn't that much out of it. I've run argue.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about anything.
Married for 10
He's
years.
so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
Okay, okay.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other.
Oh, wait.
We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Yes, so that's the. I mean, that clip was the confession, right? But it was. Well, it wasn't the confession of killing Simon. It was the confession of hiding the body and coming with an alibi. So, I mean, they agreed. Like the 2 of them, Hannah and Eve agreed very quickly to that the baby was important, and so they couldn't. I guess they couldn't go to the prison or whatever. What was this one?
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
I mean, that's more or less the confession from both of them. One of them lied, the other one say they hid the body. Did I do body? I think I did. Yeah, I did body. There wasn't anything about abortion, was there? No. Miscarriage.
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Infertile. She thought she was infertile. But that's the one with no tattoo, wasn't it? That's her. That's Hannah, isn't it? Alibi? Nope. Infertile. No. I think I did neck. Slash. Break. Cut. Piece. Pieces. I want to try and get a description of the actual killing of Simon. Died, killed, cut. I think I did cut already. Blood. There we go, blood.
Okay.
Uh,
I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records?
Alright, that's not useful.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before.
A wedding ring.
It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Have we been paying attention to the wedding ring? Hold on. Let's pay attention to the finger.
It happened very quickly.
There's
We
no
hardly
ring.
had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently.
There's no ring.
The baby was what mattered. Well, fine,
Is there a ring? There's a ring.
considering.
Right, there's a ring there. There should be a ring here.
I thought it made me sound suspicious.
Yeah, she's playing with the ring.
It's not a normal thing
Alright,
to do.
there's a ring there.
She was sat behind him. She had my wig on. And she'd been there all day. And she had blood on her. And she was in shock.
Let me just add that. Blood, alright, shock. Hid. Hide. Cellar? I tried basement. They call it the cellar. No, it's not the cellar. Box? Boxes. Ring. There actually is a ring.
No. No, he wasn't wearing his wedding ring.
Huh. Do I have wedding? I did try wedding. Mary. So I think maybe the ring is the reliable way to differentiate between the two of them. 3. 3 is a clue. Look, it doesn't. This is stupid. This is stupid now because like it's just typing random words.
I think when I drove back it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3.
All right, good.
I think so. I mean, to get into our garden, we'd have to climb through other gardens. All the gardens back onto each other, so you'd have to climb over 1, 2, 3 gardens to get to ours. I mean, did anyone see anything? Did anyone see anyone come and go? An intruder?
No, because you did it. Stop that.
No, no one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the rock.
We didn't do the rock much, did we? Rock.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Did I do hide? Yeah, I did. Shard. I don't know. I think I'm done. Apparently, we're still missing a good third, I think. Just judging by the MD. Hey, you done? I think I'm done. I am slightly interested in trying to find all the rest, but it's getting a bit silly now. Should we try and be a completionist? Or should we not? Look, I'm gonna start typing in random words. I'm gonna start. Okay, I'm not done. Never mind. Okay, take your time. Thank you. Lie. See, we can find more. Right, let me just try and be complete. Maybe you can find all of them. Let's try that. Let's try and find all of them.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Yeah, clean the house. Sure, yeah, clean everything.
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
Lie detector test.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
Well, kind of. It works if you actually mind lying. Like if you don't mind lying, it doesn't really work. It doesn't. I mean, it's not a lie detector. It's a stress detector. It detects how stressed you are. It doesn't detect how whether you're lying or not. So, if lying doesn't stress you out at all, it probably doesn't work. Oops. Liar. Lies. Lied. Lay. I'm gonna start typing in random words. One. See? See?
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the Glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
Alright. How? I'm just typing in random words now.
Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible?
I mean, this is not interesting. One, so two. Just typing in numbers.
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, can't be in two places at once.
We did 3, 4. Nope. 5. No, that's give. 5. No, that's also give. 5. No, that's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 9's.
I didn't. I slept in the car. I left about 9 that night. I wasn't there.
Alright, good. Just type in random numbers, sure. 10.
Good. Happy. I mean, ups and downs like any couple, I guess, but we've been married for over 10 years.
Good, happy.
So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Sex. Oh man.
Oh, tastes fine to me. As long as it's black and strong, I'm good. A cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just 1 sugar.
Good, happy.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We
Birthday.
both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later.
Both
so I
had
got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was
Work.
a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Ah. Right, so this is the important part of the story. They talked about the baby on her birthday. Well, I typed in abortion, but there was nothing there. Work?
No. I'm not sure what strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful.
Sex.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
I don't know. Does Eve think it's private?
Are you married? How is your sex life?
I'm not married. My sex life is non-existent. Thanks for asking. What about you now? Your turn.
No! You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
Well, it's the other one. Can I talk to Eve instead? 11, 12. Alright, we're getting closer. I'm just typing in random words now. Apparently random words is actually more useful. Steam? Okay, let's stick with something mostly relevant. Do we do car? Apparently not.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
That's her lying to us about Glasgow.
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. And when I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And Is there a bin?
Why did she puke? Why did she puke? What?
Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
Alright, good. A few more things. Horror? Horrified? Scared? Shocked? Angry? Did we do angry? Mad.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
That can't be real. That can't be real. You can't possibly live in the attic for years and no one notices. That can't be real. Come on. Come on. Dress. I did code, didn't we? Yeah, we did code. Let's see. How close are we? How close are we? We're closer to a quarter now. Should I keep typing in random words? Police. Police is not random.
When will the police let me back in the house? They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but
Well,
they said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
you're telling us how improbable it is that your dad, who grows mushrooms, got poisoned by mushrooms. You're telling us that. Amazing. Alright, well, that's police house.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there. I wasn't in the house.
Alright, good for you. Good for you. But she's lying. Like, she's looking away when she says that she's lying. House. Do we do door? Apparently not.
Yeah, I had to let myself in. The door locks if it swings too. I sleep on the right side of the bed as you come in from the door. You can tell because I have 2 pillows and he just has 1.
Huh. Alright, door, window, stairs, knock, big. Do we do big? Apparently not. Big.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Alright, big. We did ask bruise, right? Hit. We didn't do a hit.
It's like I told you before, I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them.
Then.
Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
She's more. Let me just add that to the session. That's interesting. Cause like Hannah. The story's falling apart a little bit there. You kind of noticed that, right? Hit. Crash. Back. Nope. Go. Return. Home.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
You didn't like the present. Present. How do you spell present? Is it P-R-E? Because there's. How do you spell present?
It
I'm
was
so
my
bad.
birthday, like you said. We were going
Birthday.
to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
Birthday present like. I don't think I tried like.
I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know.
Interesting. Let's see. Did we do birthday? No. Wow.
No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
Birthday. Good. Same. Different. Alright, well. Present. Like. Did I do hate? Alright, now I don't have anything else. We're a little bit closer. Do we keep trying or do we don't keep trying? He. Him. His. She. Her. Hers. Us. I did us. Our. Ours. Ours. Our. I'm just passing in random words now. Kettle. Water. Did I do hide? Hid? Sneak? Snuck. There was the cat. We did do cat. Flap. Hall. Bed. Bedroom. Oh, bedroom.
In the bedroom?
Yes. Yes, in the bedroom.
That can't be right. In the bedroom?
What do we find in the bedroom?
Okay. I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road.
Bedroom. Kitchen.
No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags,
Bags.
I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
Alright, that's a bit more. Bags? Bag? Tape? Cellar. I think I spelled cellar wrong earlier. Cellar. Mushroom.
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD. And I came
STD.
down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick, had thrown up, not. And I'd slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. Well, there's no way you would have picked death caps.
Yeah.
police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
Okay. Okay. I did do attic, right? Yeah. Look. Find?
Sure, I think. I do all the bills and paperwork and handle all the money stuff, so it should be easy for me to find. Do you want them dropped off to you? Thanks. Please find Simon. I love him so much.
I'm sure you do. Goodbye. Find. Found. Love. Ah, we never did love. No love here.
No. I mean, everyone loves Simon.
Yeah, they
He
do.
was so nice to everyone.
Everyone.
He loves me.
And he loves Eve. Everyone loves Simon. Hannah loves Simon, and Eve loves Simon.
Cute. You must love them very much. What ages are they?
Weird. That's weirdly obsessive about the ages. Age. Old. Young. No, I'm just typing random words now. And it's gonna get more and more difficult as we go. Wig. Hair. Do we do hair? Apparently not.
What kind of hairs?
Okay. See, like, I mean, but the clips aren't useful like that. What kind of hairs? The clip's not even useful. The game kind of tells us that we should find all the clips, but then the clips we have remaining are not useful. And I want to find the one right before this. I want to, like, we still haven't found the one where she actually cut him and killed him. Killed. Kill. Lash.
Hurt someone? Yes. But everyone thinks that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out.
I suppose everyone does from time to time.
Suicide? No. I mean, he would never do anything like that. He is not the kind of person to do anything like that. I mean, to hurt himself? No.
Definitely not. Suicide. Accident? Accidental? Mistake? There. Here. Where? I'm typing at random words.
This is a nice of them. Is this where you take people when it's time to arrest them?
Funny. Arrest.
Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
Oh, really?
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Well, let's put it this way. Unfortunately, if one of you murdered him, but all of you are in the same body, we have to put the body in prison, not the mind. So you all go to prison. That is sad news for you. Exist. real. Not. Did I do who? I think I did who. What? Where? When? Why? Oh, why?
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
Why? How? God. Luck? Word? Spell? And we did baby. Child. See. Swing. Punch. Hit. Kick. Drag. Pull.
Yes. I always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key.
That's a contradiction because one of them said the door locks automatically when you shut it. The other one is saying pull it shut and then lock it. Pull. We did push, right? Drag. Drop. Roll. Fall. Lights. Fire. Stove. We did tape, right? Tape. We did bags. Apart. Together. Behind. Above. Below. Front. Well, one volume is missing, actually. One volume is missing. It could be the case that the key evidence is actually missing. Like the one where she actually says she killed Simon. Maybe that one is missing. So you don't know. Did we do luck? We did do luck. Did we do chance? I don't suppose that would... Did I do me? What else? What else? We did do name, right? Yeah, we did do name. Names. Named. No. What else? Did we do food? Breakfast. Lunch. Dinner. Supper. Eat. Drink. Find. Lost. Cow. Plane. Rocket. Okay, this is that's not weird. Sky. Dark. Black. Did black?
Black, no sugar. Thanks.
Right. Let me just see if is
Black,
there a
no
ring?
sugar.
Ring.
Thanks.
Is there a ring? There's a ring, alright. There's a ring. Which means it's Hannah. Black, no sugar. Sugar.
Just the one sugar. Thanks. Is that camera recording?
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Yes. Camera.
Is that camera recording?
Yes, it is. Record. Ring. Engage. We did do marry. Cry. Cried. Drown. There was a drowning story. Strangle. Bury. Cremate. Missing. Miss. I think I'm done. I don't think, I'm kinda interested in finding all of them, but the ones we've been finding so far aren't that interesting. We've done story before. Ava, Sarah. Yeah, okay. Hannah, Eve, Smith, Eric, Diane, Doug, Eleanor. Do we do road? Do we do street? Do we do... We did light. Do we do lamp? C. Here.
I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband.
Alright, I mean there's one... See, again, like, these things aren't... This is junk now. This is not... We're not finding the good stuff. Hear, touch, smell, taste, poke, stab, saw, see, sight, annoy, we did do argument. Argument baby. Argument mirror. Argument break. Argument present. Break present. Break mirror. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nope. Nope. Last. First. Time. Hour. Clock. Minute. Second. Third.
This is the third day running you've called me in. I speak to Doug and Eleanor every day. And they say you've been asking a lot of questions. About me.
Yes, about you.
Should I be worried? Am I a suspect?
Yes, you are. I mean, look. See, like, third gives us that. But Doug doesn't give us, well, there's 6 entries, I guess. Alright, one. Third. Do we do first? We did second, third, fourth. Fourth, which is a different word. Fifth. Alright, what else? Dinosaur. Jesus. God. Church. Chip. Chip.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week, he offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic.
Alright, good. Romantic. I got it from Chip, by the way. Kiss.
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house.
And you had sex?
To our parents' house. To their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Wait. So Simon was trying to prove that they're different people, or that they're the same person. Different people, the same person. And Simon was banging the both of them, because apparently that was fun. But eventually, it was Hannah who told him that she was pregnant again, wasn't it? Oh, the story falls apart because Simon has sex with Eve, but then Hannah goes and tells him that she's pregnant, and then they have an argument. And then Eve drives to Glasgow, thinking she left Hannah there, but Hannah also drove to Glasgow and doesn't say anything about Eve. And then they drove back. So it is the same person. It is the same person. Right? Let me just.
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house. To our parents' house. To their house. So, it was definitely him.
Our parents' house.
I think he wanted to
Their
get
house.
caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
That is quite funny, actually. House. I guess house there were 19 entries. Different. Same. I think we did this before. Yeah, okay. Kiss. We did sex, right? Bed. I mean, part of the issue is that like it's 7 entries found and then access limited to the first 5 entries. This is like the most stupid thing ever. Like it's this completely irrational, contrived mechanic that forces you to spend more time typing in these random words. If it wasn't for this there wouldn't be a game almost. I don't know. It's being annoying. There's a rather interesting story here, but they deliberately hide it behind something that is annoying and just not particularly fun. It's not particularly fun. And I don't know. I don't know. The game mechanic, the core game mechanic is just not fun. The story is interesting. And the fact that like the core game mechanic degenerates into me typing in almost random words is just not good. Card, money. There's 2 for money.
No. Everyone loved Simon.
They did.
He's a glazier who doesn't have much money. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Glacier.
If you put me on You've Been Framed, I want the money.
Funny. Glacier.
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaziers.
No, you were 15. You were 15. You weren't working at the Glaciers. Glacier 17, 15, framed. Do we do truth? True. False. Wrong. Right. Nothing. Crab. River. Do we do morning? We didn't do morning? Are you serious?
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days.
Oh, she's
I'm
pregnant.
pregnant.
Yeah, you are. You're like 3 months
It's
pregnant.
morning sickness.
Are you really though? Maybe you're not. Maybe that's lying too.
It was late. Early Saturday morning.
It was late early Saturday. Why is that a clip? Why is that a clip? That doesn't say anything. Morning, midday, afternoon, noon, evening, night, sick. We did coat. Fur. We did old, right? Young. Engaged. Okay, what else do we have? Bugs? Bug? Insect. Outside. Inside. Bleed. There was blood. 5 entries found. Hope. Lost. Bruise. Fight. We did argue, I think. I don't know, man. I don't know. Fly. Drive. Crash. Hit. Paint. Do we do work? Worked. Working. Oh, sing. Bar. Bar.
I told her it was one of my boyfriends, someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon? They were the ones with the real life. Why not them?
Real life. Wow. Real. Do we do real? Unreal. Fake. Real life. Life. Boyfriend. Girlfriend. Do we do cheat? Apparently not.
Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. We got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
Better. Other.
No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me one.
Other time. Other one. Jealous? Jealousy? Is that how you spell it? No. Didn't know. Knew. So how many would we do for blood? 5, so we've exhausted blood. Throat.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror, just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round.
Oh, this is important.
She cut his throat clean open.
Why didn't I...
She'd only meant to scare him off.
Why didn't I save this? Why didn't I save that one? That was important. Okay, we found it. We found it. Right, we found it. Good. Okay, we don't need to look for this anymore. Okay, so Hannah pretended to be Eve, and Simon told Hannah that he prefers Eve, and then Simon gave Hannah the same present that he gave to Hannah earlier, but this time he thinks he's giving it to Eve. So he thinks he's giving it to a different person, but it's actually the same person. So Hannah pretends to be Eve, and so Simon thinks he gave a mirror to Hannah, and then he thinks he's giving a mirror to Eve. But then Hannah gets really pissed off and smashes the mirror, takes a shard and cuts him. So there's that part, and then there's this part.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby
Wait,
was what
12,
mattered.
120404 was when this started. 1202...
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back.
1203... Okay, this is 0350 something.
It happened very quickly.
Okay, those two are the same. So it's this one, and then immediately afterwards is this one.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut.
And this is before that.
There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead.
Okay, so that one was before that. Okay, I see. This is... I forgot about
Her
this.
story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me.
Okay, well, that's good. Wig. Her wig. Clothes. Pretend. Scream. Shout. Yell. Alright, so we do have that whole story. And they both hit the body together. But do I keep looking for the missing ones? But because now I'm gonna have to really go for the random words because I don't actually know how to get to the rest of them now. Now I'm just guessing. Oops, that's the wrong one. Game. Play. Play.
No. No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
Alright. Guitar. Oh my god, why guitar? Like, this stuff is not important anymore, but the game is kind of telling us that we should try to find all of them, isn't it? It's saying, hey, you're still missing a few, you suck, you're missing a few. So here I am trying to find them, and they're not even important or interesting.
Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
Oh my god. Song. Play, phone. We did the phone, right? Call. Hang. Did we do stop? Did we do start? Did we do help? Did we do ugly? Did we do... That's not... Did we do pretty? Did we do lucky? Did we do inane? Did we do bad? Design. Bad game mechanic. Did we do guess? Oh, we didn't do guess. That was a good guess, guys. We guessed.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm quite a private person and I didn't want to get into the detail of the argument.
We'll get into it then. Oh my god. Guess. Detail. Private. Public. I mean, we're just literally just guessing. Tube. Square. Circle. Bird. A bird is a... There was a cat flap. No, we've exhausted the cat flap. Barn. Do we do outside? I think we did. I mean, there's a whole chain missing there. Does that mean that there's a whole kind of arc that we're missing? Do we do test? Yeah, we did. Picture. Photo. Drawing. Illustration. Color. Color. Ah, good, it does both spellings. Black. White. While. We did do day, I think. Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. Friday. Saturday. Saturday. Sunday. July. June. May. April. Alright, I'm done. I'm done, guys, I'm done. Hi, finished? Yes. Although I don't really know what I finished. Good, so you think you understand why your mother did what she did? Yeah, she had a split personality disorder. Wait, I'm the son? I'm glad Sarah, I'm the daughter? Oh, Sarah. Oh, I'm Sarah. I'm the daughter, right? I'll be waiting outside, log off and we can meet over the road. Alright, so I'm Sarah, apparently. Log off and we can meet over the road. Log off. And that's it. And that's it. It could have been better. Alright, let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. It could have been better. It could have been better. Is it interesting? I mean, the problem, like, in the end, it became a little bit like the old text adventures, if you ever played those. Like, you ended up fighting the game instead of playing the game, right? Like, you ended up trying to figure out which words you type in to find the thing. And it's not because you don't know what you want, it's because the game doesn't understand the words that you're typing in, and it has these really kind of obtuse mechanics that prevents the game from really just giving you what you want. So it's like it's a frustration engine, basically. And that's not really it's not really good game design. Maybe if you're old school, but we don't do that anymore. Like we don't make frustration engines anymore. We make games that people have fun playing, not get pissed off playing. So, you know, the very start was problematic because there wasn't enough of a lead in to tell you what you're trying to do. In the middle, it got interesting because, like, you were going from one idea to the next. You type a word, you listen to her, you type in another word, you got more of the story, you type in another word, got more of the story. So in the middle, it was interesting. And then once you run out of that, you just have to type in random words, and then it got boring again because you just type in random words to get clips that didn't really do much. Like, it didn't really give you anything else. So it's like it started bad, it ended bad, it was kind of okay in the middle. Sarah, if you're stuck, you could always try admin random or the unlock command. You can unlock random, admin random or unlock in random. Well, okay, admin random. So does it just give you stuff you haven't seen before?
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Ah, okay. Detect DET detective.
Must think it's very cool that their dad is a police detective.
Like, I mean, look, these clips don't matter. These clips don't matter to the story. Like, there's the story clips, and then there's a lot of junk as well. And like, at the end, you end up sifting through to try to find the junk, and that's not cool. Like trying to find junk is not cool. So like, the game, there's a bit of good stuff in the middle, but the problem is that either you get completely annoyed at the very start and you stop playing, which I was tempted to stop playing at the very start, or you end up with this really long period after you find the main story that you just spend looking for junk. So unfortunately, the experience of it is either you never get far enough into the game to find the good stuff, or you get past the good stuff and you get a whole lot of junk afterwards. And so there's like just in terms of enjoyment, it's just not. It doesn't lead to people having a good impression of the game, and that's a real shame. It's a real shame. Let me just keep going for random. Maybe we'll find the rest of them just by going random. I think random gives you all the stuff that you nope, just give you a random clip. Alright, we're just gonna can I copy and paste? I'm just gonna copy and I'm just gonna do see, like, even this.
Could I have a cup of tea?
Well, look at this. Like, the stuff we're missing is absolute trash. The stuff that we're missing is just absolute trash. Can I have a cup of tea? But this thing says that we should find the rest because otherwise it's not all green. But to make it all green, we're just finding trash. That's not cool. Is there a admin unlock? Account unlocked. Maximum query now set to 15. Oh. Query maximum now set to 15. Oh, good. But this game, it just. Some people think that you shouldn't make games too easy. But there's really a difference between easy and like difficulty and fun. Now the query maximum is set to 15. Thanks game. I think it would have been better if it was 15 from the start. I understand that it makes the game time a lot shorter, but it was just stupid. Why would the maximum query be set to 15? Like, it's just so stupid. I don't know. What should we do? 6 entries found, so we don't need those anymore. Blood. I'm just trying to remember the ones that had a lot of entries in them. Blood. No, we didn't. Blood wasn't one of them. Mirror. Well, apparently not. Present. Sex? No. Well, there was a lot of sex.
I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just, it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like I had been with the other boys.
This doesn't tell us anything new, does it? Doesn't really tell us anything new at all. Boys. Cheat. Just trying to remember. Now we have to go back and go for all of them. Stories? Wait a minute. Why does this?
Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
Yeah, okay. Damn it. Me. I mean, there's a lot of entries, but it's
Okay.
still stupid. 15 is
So you
still
want to
stupid.
eliminate me as a suspect?
Oh my god, these final clips are so bad. It's like they hide the bad stuff at the end. What is the expectation? As a game designer, what is your expectation? Is your expectation that the player will give up before they find the bad stuff? And so you just leave a lot of bad stuff in the game. A lot of boring, pointless crap in the game. And you just relying on the player giving up before they get to that part. Because this is what Telos Principle was like. If you remember that, if you saw the whole playthrough, that the whole game was kind of awesome until you tried to look for those last 8 stars or so, last 10 stars or so. And then it just became crap because they were nonsense. It was bullshit. And so like there's crap in the game, but it's really difficult to find. And so if you're the kind of person who is not a completionist, then you never find the crap. And then so your impression of the game is, wow, what a great game. But if you are a completionist, kind of like me now, you get to the end and it's just like 50% crap hidden at the end of the game. And the game designer expects you to give up before you get to that point. That is not a good way to design games. Alright, because some people, like the most dedicated people are the ones who find the crap. That's like the opposite of what you want. It's like you're punishing people for trying to play your game completely. That's like the opposite of what you want, isn't it? I mean, you don't want to punish anyone, really. But shouldn't it be the case that the more effort you put in, the more you get rewarded? Isn't that the ideal outcome? But this is not what's happening here. Like, the more time we spend trying to find these last clips, the more we get punished with junk. Us, okay, there's nothing there. We, house. Can I unlock some more? Can I just unlock everything? Alright, you can't. 15 is the maximum. I don't know. Mother. Hannah. Oh, name was one of them, wasn't it? Name. Now we got all the names. Eve. Tattoo. Tap. Tapping. Code. Helen? Eric. Diane. It doesn't help, we found most of it already. Watch. Lawyer? No, it's only 4. Murder. Kill, dead, 10 entries found with the... No, it doesn't help. Doesn't help at all. Love. No. Twins. What was the other one that she talked about a lot? Reflection? Reflection. The glass. It's not helping. It's really not helping. We're still not finding these. I mean, there's apparently a lot of them missing, but we're still not finding them. Shop. Florence. Rules. cellar, bags, boxes. Can we just unlock them? Can we just cheat and unlock them? This is so incredibly annoying. So incredibly annoying. I'm not happy. Lie. Alright, I'm gonna go back to random. Oh look, there's another one. Good.
Okay, I'll try my best to remember.
Absolute junk. Look at this. Absolute junk. We're hitting the bottom of the barrel and it's just trash. I'll try to remember that trash. It's just not worth finding. But how would you know? Until you find all of them, how would you know that they're all not worth? Maybe there's like one good one left.
I remember the ticket, of course. I paid it without telling Simon. Didn't want to get told off. And they put points on the license.
Good. Points. License. Pay. Paid. Tell.
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
Oh, fascinating. Let me just add to that. Fascinating. So see, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Why is it so hard to find the interesting stuff? Baby. It's trash. Pregnant. Alright, back to random. Oh good, give me more random, please.
Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once put my hand on the oven.
Absolute trash. Look at this, it's absolute trash. Fingerprint. Oh, whoa, really? This fingerprints?
Fingerprints? Yes, yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too. With the fingerprints in all those places.
Okay.
Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking idiot.
This sounds interesting. Was it just her fingerprint on everything? Was it just one set of fingerprints? Wait a minute. How can you not... Was it just one set? Oh man. Now I want to know. Now I want to know. Fingerprints... No. See, some of it is interesting. Some of it's kind of entertaining.
When you suspect someone of murdering their husband.
Whoa.
When you suspect someone of murdering their husband.
Ah, there's so much trash in here. I can't believe this. But that wasn't in murder. That clip wasn't in murder. That was murdering. Why doesn't murder... Why doesn't murdering... Murder is a part of murdering. Why... Oh my god, this is so... incredibly frustrating.
No, I don't think it was. I turned the key, but it was already unlocked.
The door thing, it was already unlocked, which is weird, because one of them always locks the door. The other one says that when you close it, it locks. And then now she goes back and the door was unlocked. That's weird. I mean, that's interesting. But the clips are all broken up so you can't follow it. Like, this game, it has the potential to be good, but it's not. I don't think there's been a critical evaluation of what it is before they released it. They made it and then they released it, but I think there's something here that really could have been thought through a little bit more to make it less annoying, I feel like. I'm just gonna keep going random. Or here we go.
An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair.
See, like, it is junk. It is junk. Affair? Nope, trash.
No. Simon wasn't seeing another woman.
Trash. See. Seeing. Oh, really?
No, I'm okay. Fuck.
Why would they cut that into 2 clips? Like, she drops the coffee on herself. That's half a clip. And then there's this, and that's the other half of the clip. Why would they cut this up? Why cut this up into different clips?
Are you arresting me? No. Fuck off. Open this door.
Well, we're arresting one of you, but you're in the same body, so you have to come with us. Alright, what is this?
I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become more yourself. Simon was my prince, and that hasn't changed.
Change, really? Prince? Oh, we're trying to do the prince. Change, really? Do we do my? Alright, well, let's keep going back to random.
Well, there you go. How many kids?
Trash. They do make the trash hard to find, but there is a lot of trash in here. It's a real shame.
No, I have never been unfaithful. I've never cheated on Simon.
Good. But Simon cheated on you, though. That's the problem for you.
Maybe a fresh cup of tea?
Why is that even a clip? Who even cares? Maybe a fresh cup of... How many of this? Okay, we've got all the tea, apparently. And we've got all the coffee. Thank you.
You have children.
This is so bad. We're getting to the... This is so bad. I mean, the bad parts of this game are just really bad. And we're finding them. I mean, they're all at the end, and we should have given up like 2 hours ago, maybe. But I'm just determined to keep going. But we're just finding all the trash at the bottom of the barrel right now. Man, this is a real shame.
Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday.
I typed that. I typed cheat. Cheated? They're different? Why are they different terms? What, do I do cheat star? No, it's terrible. Utterly terrible, this game. Oh, can't, there's no more Simon. Alright, just going random. It's not really random, but I feel like it's just giving us the next unseen clip after a while. Like they give you a few random ones, and then they give you the next one that you haven't found yet. It's not truly random.
Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't that kind of guy. He took his marriage very seriously.
Okay, good for you. Yeah, just the next one we haven't found. Moral. No, that's not. That's not. Sleep. Guy. Thing. That kind of thing. Nope. Alright, let's go back to random. Seems like the most reliable way to do this.
And the hotel said he was there?
And the hotel said he was there, question mark. Oh my god. Why is that even a clip?
Sorry. Yeah, I get it. Yes.
That's trash. All the junk. Of course it's not there. Get. Okay. Let's go. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, so you get like 3 actual random ones, and then the next one you haven't found. No, well, 4 random ones. Alright, and then the next one you haven't found.
Yes.
Oh my god! You can't actually find this one without going random. You can't actually find that one without going, because yes gives you those. They're calibrating the lie detector. If you go yes and then you go no, well, no isn't even a thing apparently. Did I type it right? We have no. So you can't actually find it without going random. Because it's just yes. And if you type in yes, there's not enough entries to show all of them. You can't actually find these ones without going random.
Yes.
I'm pretty angry right now. I am quite angry right now. At the very end of the game, there is bad game design. I can't believe this.
No.
Wow. Wow. Wow, this is bad. That's what this is. I thought this was like a big story that we were missing. It's just yes, it's just her sitting there saying yes and no. That's all it is.
Yes.
And it's just a whole bunch of trash is what this is.
Yes.
This makes me all kinds of angry. You really look, anyone who wants to design games, you can't do this. You should not do this because, well, maybe it doesn't matter because the reviewers don't play the whole game. Most people don't play the whole game. It's only people like me who might sometimes play the whole game. I hate this. I hate being punished for trying to get the most out of a game. It's like, are you serious? You punish the people who try to get the most out of your game? Isn't that like the most self-destructive thing you can do as a game designer?
No.
Well, the answer is no, apparently. She gives us a definitive no to that answer. Is this good game design?
No.
I agree. Are you as angry as I am right now?
No.
Well, good for you. You're more patient than I am. I have a feeling it's just the same clip. It's not even different clips, is it? It's the same. Is it the same clip as before?
I can take the stuff off now.
Okay, it's not.
Did I prove I'm innocent?
No, you didn't. You gave me an achievement for finding those. You gave me an achievement for finding that. And we're done. We're done. We're done. I'm sorry it sucked at the end. I wish it didn't suck at the end, but it sucked at the end. Alright, I'll see you all later. Merry Christmas, guys. I'm gonna upload this on Christmas. The whole thing in one video.